Good afternoon. There is a wave, a fever going around in Europe, notably in America and Britain. And I don't mean the heat wave which we're now experiencing at this moment in time, in March the 24th. We have, as you can see, the light in this room. We have a beautiful sun shining. But I don't mean that heat wave that's stirring this fever, this social fever. But something else, is something sinister that is taking place in Britain and America, this phenomenon. And that is many white women, some white men, but mostly white female to my knowledge, are embracing Islam. They're becoming Muslims. And you got the Muslim men, the Arabs, notably Arabs, crying their eyes out. They see a pale white skin, becoming a Muslim, and they go dizzy. They go strange. And they try to fathom the phenomenon behind it. Now, I can put my neck on the guillotine. I'll even sign a check, a legal document, making a contractual binding agreement that most, or in fact all, of these converts is nothing more than political or done out of fear or indeed ignorance. Political, fear, or ignorance. Anyone who is well read and is familiar with the history of Islam, read the Bukharis, the Hadiths, and the Quran, would never dream of becoming a Muslim. Never mind the Bukharis or the Hadiths, never mind the Quran. Even knowing Muslim history, Islamic history, that in itself is enough to convince you that Islam is a death cult, a sex, blood death cult. Reading is very important, because without reading, you get brainwashed. Now, this does not explain the phenomenon. I'm going to explain it to you right now. This will shock you. Prepare for the shock. If I were you, pause the video and get some strong whiskey or a hot cup of coffee before we continue. Now, in the 60s, you had Hare Krishna movement. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Rama. And this Hare Krishna movement, this Hinduism, was the craze, the latest craze, 1960s. The spirituality. Death was Christianity, rebirth, reincarnation, the new fad. Hare Krishna. This new spiritual New Ageism swept Europe. However, this New Age philosophy, obviously this hardcore paganism, if you look back in Hinduism, which is why Buddha left Hinduism, because it is bloodbath sacrifice. But of course, they give you the bolted dish, the watered down Western version. The curry you have in India is not the same as what you have in the Western world. They water it down for Western taste. Same with religion. They water it down for Western taste, i.e., when a white woman becomes a Muslim, the Muslim Arab don't brutalize her the way he does his own woman. Oh, this video, I warned you it's going to be a shocker. I warned you it'll be a shocker. Let me prove my point. Nazim, Imran Khan, no, sorry, not Imran Khan. I do apologize, Imran Khan. Nazim and Jemima, with that cricketer, probably his name, look like a giraffe. And Nazim, that skin or reptile, Nazim Ahmed, and Gemma with her cricketer husband, forgetting what his name, Imran Khan. I'm sure it's Imran Khan, Nazim and Jemima. Right, one's a boxer, the other a cricketer. And if you look at the way they treat their white wives, their white Muslim wives, there's no way she's a Muslim. The overnight, oh, I believe in Muhammad, overnight, in 2 seconds flat. That your brain is so cheap that do you believe Muhammad? Yes, I believe Muhammad. And do you believe Allah? Yes, I believe in Allah. What kind of cheap conversion is that? But they say they're Muslims. When you tell me, I accept. The way they treat their wives, their white trophy wives, is not the way they treat the Arabs' wives. It's the Western version, a watered down, bolted dish. Just like the Hare Krishna movement, right, was watered down for Western taste. Same as Islam. Islam is watered down for the time being to cater for whites. Let me give you an example. The same Islamic devil that said to black people in secret, Islam is a black man's religion. They lied to black people. Islam is a black man's religion. Shh. And the black fools bought into it, not realizing the continent where black people are from and Arabs are worlds apart. Islam was started, in fact, by a white man called Muhammad. Look it up. Read the Bukhari's and the Hadith. You will see Muhammad was a white man. But they convinced these Negroes that the Islam was a black man's religion, catering for different fish. And then they got the white man say, shh, Muhammad was white. Don't tell the Negroes that. This is a game these Muslims play. This is a game they play with people. Water down the different water dish, a different taste for different Western appetite. So people don't know where they're coming or going if you don't read. So these impressionable white females coming along, oh, you know, Muhammad, he gives women's rights. No, he doesn't. You haven't read. You say to these newly converts, show me an extract in the Quran. Show me an extract in the Quran where Muhammad says that women and men are equal. Just show me one. Just one. And I will show you, for your one, I will show you 20 where the Quran says that women don't go to heaven. Women are inferior. If women are raped, they should have 3 witnesses, notably male witnesses, 2 males and 1 female. For every time you try to butter up Muhammad, I will show you 20 texts where to show he's a misogynist, which means you don't read. You don't read, or you'll never be a Muslim. Look, it's a phenomenon. This Westminster has happened 2 days ago. This horrible thing in Westminster happened 2 days ago. This is a kind of driving fear that increases Muslim popularity. People get scared. They get scared. Oh, we're getting taken over. In 9/11, many Americans became Muslims. I said, what happened? Did God Almighty came down? Wow, 3, 5, 4, from. I'm gonna call you from now on a Muslim son. Did God Almighty came from the heavens and converted you? No, fear converted you. That's not religion. Fear. You cannot intellectually spiritually, psychologically, and politically digest Islam and make it make sense. You can't do it. It's a death religion. It's historical. It's based on mythology. It's stolen from Judaism. Nothing about it makes sense. Its theocracy doesn't work. And yet you're gonna say, I'm a Muslim. It's no, why did you get no sense from these Muslims? You get no sense with a strange beard, like Fagin in Oliver Twist. You can't get any sense out of them because their religion is not based on sense, but propaganda and lies. They change, they poll, they bait to ever they talk to. A black man, Islam is a black man's religion. A white man, Muhammad's white. A woman, Muhammad, looked after the property of women. They change their shape to get fish. The Indian Balti dish. The Indian Balti dish. In India, it's extremely hot. Burn your mouth off. But the Western taste. Every Westerner love a Balti dish. Every Westerner love a Balti dish. But what you have is different to the proper one in India. The one you've got is a watered down version to India. The Islam you've got, trust me on this one. When the cricketer and his wife Jemima, she was walking around like a white princess. Free! Wee! Nazim. Let me give me 2 seconds. If you look at Nazim, the way he treats his blonde wife, like he's gonna faint. Whee! He's gonna faint. He can't believe it. This Arab, this Pakistani, the way he's treating his blonde wife. Nazim, the boxer, now overweight like a fat elephant. Look, these men, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, right? They portraying Islam differently to the West than what you see in Mecca and the Middle East. You want to see Islam, the real face of Islam? You want to see how women really live? Go over there and tell me you want to be a Muslim. You'd be surprised the nature of fear, what fear can do. You'd be surprised. Fear will get you to own up to a crime you haven't done. That's the mind. So when Muslims are cheering and somebody become a Muslim, the mind of the West is as such that their conversion don't mean nothing. The Western people don't even know who the hell they are anymore. The white man is beaten down by feminists. The white women, half of them become lesbians. So you're converting these white people. It's not as if you're converting gold dust. You're converting these dumb black people. You're not converting gold dust. You will never convert the white thinkers. You will never convert the black thinkers. You will never convert white women who think. You're getting the scraps that we don't want. The filthy trash. No intellectual person would even walk into the domain and become a Muslim. Nobody who got any ounce of brain. You read, you research, and you tell me you're a Muslim, you're lying.